what you see here are all of the different candidates that were running for governor of California. All right. Lots of people, lots of people. And I will also tell you that of all of these people, because we all know that Gavin Newsom, he is at term limits. And although he left California in a massive deficit, all right, he's still being praised. Anton, how do you know that he's still being praised? Because of the path that he's created for the new Frontrunner. Have y'all seen the new Frontrunner in California politics? Nope. It's not. It's not Kamala Harris. A lot of people expected for her to run for governor of California, and it's not her. She is not the front runner. The front runner is a lady by the name of Katie Porter. This is her.
Fair enough. What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for?
They get bigger, they get paler, and they get more liberal every day. This, before you hear what she has to say, her name is Katie Porter. She is the front runner for governor of California. I've done a little bit of digging, a little bit of research. She's a self-admitted single mother. That's correct, Nichelle. Big back. Big back, big back, big back. Here, I'm going to play for you some previous footage of her that has recently resurfaced. And I want y'all to understand that for whatever reason, she feels compelled to wear the exact same hookup in every single major meeting. Whenever she got an interview, whenever she got to do a live stream, whenever something is happening, she wear this green, unflattering, show it to you. She wears this green dress. Okay? I will tell you that she's way worse than Gavin Newsom. I know that's hard to believe, but if we've learned anything from Chicago, we know that we are not at the bottom. All right? Now, so let me play for you a little bit of what she was going on or what she went viral for before.
Also doing work on how to make electric vehicles affordable
costs when you, which is 100. You ready for stat number 2?
I am.
All right. $632, which is how much you save in fuel and maintenance costs when you replace your traditional car with an EV, with an electric vehicle. So I lease a Chevy Bolt. It is the best car that I have ever owned. I just plug it into the garage, 3-hole prong plug, and I never have to go to the gas station.
That's awesome. And $632 is real money. And I know here at UCI, we have a National Fuel Center Research Center, and they're also doing work on how to make electric vehicles affordable, including for low and moderate income people, working moms, single moms like me, people who really could benefit from an extra.
And so that's how I was able to find out that she was actually a single mother. Now, we haven't heard anything egregious yet, but we'll get there.
$632 in their pocket. And it's also not just the individual savings, but it's also the total savings for our economy. So I'm on the oversight committee, you might know, and that is where we did a study recently this fall in September. And what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems. And the state could lose Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually.
Let me rewind that for you. The part that's bleeped out, I think, is the name of the person.
Our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems. And the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shop before that.
This is how listen. I know y'all love snow bunnies. I know you do. And I think that you should go and talk to whoever it is that you like and whoever it is that you're attracted to. I know you like snow bunnies, but I'm trying to tell you that this is not out of the norm. Y'all sit here and talk to us and say, oh no, they more submissive. They're more awesome. Here you see the front runner with a white refrigerator and a single mother that is divorced and or not in a relationship with the father of their children, talking on a Zoom call, and I'm assuming that it is recorded so that they can put it out. So they edited it and then they put it out to the general public. But she's talking to her staffers like this. She's talking to her staffers like this. Y'all try to sell me all the time, Anton. No, man, they more submissive. You lied to me. I know that these snow bunnies be in there beating y'all in the head, throwing y'all against that white refrigerator, tearing y'all out the frame, kicking y'all butt and taking names. I know they do. They don't even look at y'all as husbands or as men. They look at y'all as providers and partners. And it don't even matter if they big backs or not. Don't even matter if they big backs or not. At all. They got high shoulders, short hair. And if they wasn't running for governor of California as the front runner to replace Gavin Newsom, they would have a bullnose ring, a septum ring. What's going on, Callie? What's going on? Well, let me go ahead and play what's going on in this interview. So it was an interview with a whole bunch of candidates, but this was her interaction with the reporter.
Trump.
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%. Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. That's what you're saying.
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
So how do you not intend that to be the case? Are you going to ask them not to run?
No, I'm saying I'm going to build the support. I have the support already in terms of name recognition. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that we get through this primary in a really strong position. But let me be clear with you. I represented Orange County. I represented a purple area. I have stood on my own 2 feet and won Republican votes before. That's not something every candidate in this race can say. If you're from a deep blue area, if you're from LA or you're from Oakland, you don't have an experience.
But you just said you don't need those Trump voters.
Well, you asked me if I needed them to win.
So you don't think
I feel
you
like
need
this
them
is
to win.
unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody, that this is being called the empowering voters to stop Trump's power grab. Every other candidate has answered this question. This is not
Correct. And I said I support it.
So, and the question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered
I don't
our
care.
follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Ms.
And
Porter,
we're just going to circle around.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
You've never had to have a
end an
conversation
interview.
with
To end
a
an
reporter?
interview.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make...
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters? Okay, why don't we go through? I will continue to ask follow-up questions because that's my job as a journalist, but I will go through and ask these, and if you don't want to answer, you don't want to answer. So nearly every legislative...
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. And I don't want...
That's what I'm going to start saying to y'all. All of these people, whenever somebody come for me or whenever somebody say that they don't like me or whatever, I'm saying that. I need to start getting these. Anton. No. It's a girl. Anton, you always giving me, you know what? I don't think you like black women because you always holding us accountable. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm calling it. I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you, so I'm calling it. No. I don't want to do any follow-up questions. No context added to the question. I said what I said, and I don't think that I need all of your support and to continue to try to win what it is that we're doing over here. Okay? I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. Nope. Don't want to have an unhappy experience. Imagine a big back telling you that she don't want to have an unhappy experience. I'm doing you a favor. I'm giving you the interview so you can get visibility. What do you mean you don't want to have an unhappy experience with me? What are we talking about? Yep, that's what I'm saying. I'm calling it. Ha! Every time I get off of somebody's live stream, if I don't like what they're saying or if I don't like the interview, hey guys, you know what? Take this out. It's the microphone. I'm calling it because no. You have all of these follow-up questions. Is everybody else asking those questions? Everybody else is answering those questions? Because because I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. I'm gonna start saying that same thing. The same thing.
I want this all on
Every legislative
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you, and I don't want this all on camera.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you either. I would love to continue to ask these questions so that we can show our viewers what every candidate feels about every one of these issues that they care about. And redistricting is a massive issue. We're going to do an entire story just on the responses to that question. And I've asked everybody the same follow-up questions. So what do you say to those voters?
Now we know that this black man is not going to become governor of California. Let me hear his response just in case.
To get their vote back when you're supporting something that they may not agree with.
Voters change. And while those folks voted for Trump, for example.
Now he's asked the same question. This is his response.
Largely on the issue of immigration, for example, most Americans do not support Trump's attacks on the immigrant communities. Something like 70% of Americans are saying they do not support that and they want to see a path to citizenship. And so just because 40% of Californians or Americans voted for Trump, that doesn't mean that they support every policy that they have. I'm certain that they don't agree with the policies that he's using to attack education, closing the Department of Education, taking away $1 billion from our state. I'm certain that this is not what they voted for. Many of them think that they voted for getting some relief around gas prices and grocery prices, but what have they seen? They haven't seen that yet. But this is a power grab, and we have an opportunity to block it and to protect California's interests and to do it in a way that is transparent.
You mentioned it earlier.
Well, here's the thing. I agree with you. Got flavor. He is wrong. He is 100% wrong, but it doesn't matter. The thing that we're evaluating is how you respond. This is why I personally don't think that the overwhelming majority of women need to be in leadership. This is why I don't believe the overwhelming majority, and I stand on that. I don't believe it. Are there women leaders that are good leaders? Yes. Are women capable of being in leadership? For the most part, yes. Is it best? For the most part, probably not. Because it has nothing to do with whether or not he was wrong or not. Of course we know that he's wrong. Of course we know that the majority of Americans, as evidenced inside of the election, wants Trump to tackle immigration. Of course we know that even black people, as much as they act like they don't like Trump because they was all on Trump's nuts, y'all used to reference it in y'all raps. Y'all used to love Trump. Y'all used to be all on Trump's nuts. Black people was some Trump nut huggers in 2015 and before. Y'all was rocking with him. Oh man, he looked out for Mandela. Dope. He actually donated to both campaigns. Awesome. The Power of Negotiation. He did a book with Robert Kiyosaki. This is a must read, dog. This is a must read. It was all on nuts, all on the nuts, all on the nuts. And then somehow, some way, the Democrats literally programmed y'all on how to not be on the nutsack. And y'all decided that y'all want to go and swing on somebody. You wanted to swing on a white. You want to swing on Biden's nuts. You want to swing on Biden's nuts. You want to swing on Kamala's hairs. You want to swing on Harris's hairs. So we know that he's wrong. It's not about if he's wrong or not. It's about how wrong are you and how did you answer the question? He was still amicable. We can still, listen, I meet people where they are. I meet people where they are. So even if we don't agree, if you got good energy for me, I'm not about to throw you under the bus. I'm not about to do none of that. Playback Room says, why is Anton on Chicago neck like that? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you in the next segment exactly why I'm on Chicago's neck like that. My foot all the way on the neck of Chicago, and I'm going to just continue to stomp on it. What y'all going to do? Don't worry, we'll get there.